It is about to go down.
Once you pull the trigger, you can't put the bullet back in the gun. Once you light the fuse, you know all that you can do is run. Cause too many people know your secrets. I know the one that cuts the deepest. You're gonna be broken in pieces. When the truth comes out, when the truth comes out, you can run, but you know it's ending. At the bottom of the grave, you're digging out. When the truth comes out, yeah, you know this is just the beginning. Lights crumble down when the truth comes out. Lights crumble down when the truth comes out. You can try to cover up the lies, but I know the truth. Yeah. You can hide in darkness, but the light will find its way through. Yeah. When the truth comes out, when the truth comes out, you can run, but you know it's ending. At the bottom of the grave, you're digging out. When the truth comes out, yeah, you know this is just the beginning. Lights crumble down when the truth comes out. Lights crumble down when the truth comes out. Once you pull the trigger, you can't put the bullet back in the gun. When the truth comes out, when the truth comes out, you can run, but you know it's ending. At the bottom of the grave, you're digging out. When the truth comes out, yeah, you know this is just the beginning. Lights crumble down when the truth comes out. Lights crumble down when the truth comes out.
All right. All right. You know, the one thing I don't take very lightly too, and I'll never take lightly to how people conduct themselves on social media. And the way they conduct themselves on social media also will show how they conduct themselves in real life off of the internet. And I could imagine, hey, Pops, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Good morning. The way somebody conducts themselves on social media will portray exactly how they conduct themselves off of social media. Sometimes they even put a facade. Sometimes they put a facade on social media. So I can only imagine how they conduct themselves off of the internet, the interwebs, whatever you want to call it. Hey, Queen of All Trades. And welcome in, everybody. I'm going to play a clip. And then we're going to get into this. And then I'm going to drop some receipts. See, I'm going to show people receipts. I went and did my research. TikTok Street Snark. You want to get all crazy and vile? All I did was ask you some questions. That's all I asked you. I'm dropping receipts today. So, let me grab the clip where she completely went off the deep end, which was unnecessary, but let me grab it. The one thing, I don't take lightly to people threatening me. Oh, and by the way, I was listening to your live stream a bit ago, TikTok Street Snark, where you're like, I'm gonna post it all over your Facebook community groups, all over your community. Let me tell you something, TikTok Street Snark. Come put it on my goddamn door. You said you wanted an apology. Look, I'm sorry that I didn't bring awareness about you a long time ago. I'm sorry that you conduct yourself the way you do on social media. But I'm not sorry for what's about to happen. So you could make flyers, you could make pamphlets, you could do whatever you want to do. Go post it up all over downtown in my city. You could put it on every social media platform that you want. But I'm sorry that you conduct yourself the way that you do on social media. But other than that, you're not getting an apology from me. You won't get one today. You won't get one tomorrow. You'll never get an apology from me. So run with that. Now let's play this clip. And then I'm going to drop receipts. Receipts that I pulled together. That way, she don't try to say, oh, so-and-so messaged you and... No. You're about to find out the hard way. Let's play this clip.
I want an apology from the Mexican homie by tonight, or I am going to talk about you like a dog. Do you understand me, sir?
So you're going to talk about me like a dog. That's interesting. You're going to talk about me like a dog. Huh. That's TikTok Street Snark. The name is underneath the Awareness 2025 TikTok Street Snark. So she's going to talk to me like a dog. Give me 1 second. Let me grab something. So she's going to talk to me like a dog. Which is very interesting. Give me 1 second. I don't even know why she would even go. Let me see. She's going to talk to me like a dog. What? I guess I have to learn. I guess, I don't know. She's going to talk to me like a dog for some odd reason. Okay. Let me continue with the clip.
I hope you do, because I mean every word I say. I want an apology from the Mexican homie, or I am going to drag you, sir.
Okay, so you're gonna talk to me like a dog, and then you're gonna drag me. Then you're gonna drag me. So are you physically gonna come and drag me out of my home? Or are you gonna wait for me to be cruising down the street and try to drag me? Is that what we're doing? It came out of your mouth, not mine. Do you want me to... Let me run it back, since it came out of your mouth, Snark.
I want an apology from the Mexican homie, or I am going to drag you, sir.
I don't even know how I should take that. That everybody, the name is on the screen. TikTok Street Snark. That's the name of the account. I'm not going to give her government name. Oh yeah, by the way, TikTok Street Snark. I got some very interesting info. Some very interesting info. And I don't release government names. It was sent to me yesterday. I never disclose my sources. And let me just say, I know so much about you. I don't know what to tell you. But I know quite a bit. So let me continue.
Over several different communities. Do you understand me?
So when she said here, let me run it back. That way we get a context of when. Let's see.
From the Mexican homie, or I am going to drag you, sir. Over several different communities. Do you?
So she's going to drag me over several different communities. I guess she's going to go all over TikTok, which is fine. I don't care. See, we bring truth and facts. That's what we do. And if you're requesting a box, please be patient. We're going to get through all of this. We're going to get through this recording, and then I got receipts too. Okay, sorry. So if you want to drag me across 1,000 communities, go for it. Let's continue.
Drag you, sir. Over several different communities. Do you understand me?
Loud and clear.
I hope you do. Because I'm going to show where you went wrong. I might even schedule a fucking event.
Damn, not an event. Hey, not the event. Now we're doing events. Are you going to monetize off of it? Are you going to monetize off of it, off the event? I think you are. I think she's going to monetize off the event. Let me do something real quick also while I'm at it. So she's going to schedule a whole event, and if I don't keep up with the comments, everybody, my apologies. Like I said, right now I'm not accepting box requests because I'm not going to lose my train of thought on this, but give me 1 second. Please be patient while I grab something real quick. So she's going to hold an event. Not the event. Give me 1 second. She's going to hold an event. Sometimes I'm all like, is she going to monetize off of it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, here we go. So if she holds an event, damn. Hey, TikTok Street Snark. So you already make money off of doing what you're doing. That's interesting work. So TikTok Street Snark, you already make money off of what you're doing in TikTok gifts and stuff like that. Because I'm looking at your the TickLeap. I'm looking at TickLeap. You already make money off of doing what you're doing. Wow. Wow. So not only are you running GoFundMe's, but on top of that, you're monetizing off of what? Wow. That's wild work. So on two of your TikTok accounts, you're making money. So you're making money on 2 TikTok accounts, and then the GoFundMe's that you're running. Wow. Okay, I'll leave this up. It's not a whole lot, but you're still monetizing. One account in the last 14 days, I don't know how often you live stream. One account you're at you're about almost $45 on one account. So you're monetizing off of the hardships of other people in other countries. That's wild work. Sorry if I'm not keeping up with the comments. I'm calculating some dollar amounts over here. So off of other people's hardships in other countries and what they're dealing with, you are monetizing off of that. See, here's the difference between me and you, TikTok Street Snark. I don't get paid for awareness. On the other hand, off of other people's hardships in other countries, you are getting paid. You see the difference? That's why my TikTok gifts are off, and I always have my TikTok gifts off. You see the difference? So I don't understand how you're going to financially gain off of this situation and think it's okay. I know which ones they are. Ms. Becca625, she has 2. And I already found them. Oh, let's continue with the recording before I forget. Let's continue. My apologies, everybody.
I might even schedule a fucking event to do it. I want an apology from that man, or I am going to make sure everybody sees. You guys need to get out of your little fucking circle of protection, or your comfortability, acting like this is the only side of TikTok that exists. You're in a bubble, right? Like in a bubble, right? Like in a bubble, an echo chamber.
My exact point, Kimmy, the fact that he silenced his own followers speaking up in support of you.
But wait a minute. Anybody over here in our community? So when I was asking TikTok Street Snark the other day questions, right? Did I silence anybody in the community over here? Put it in the comments. Did I silence anybody that was in the live stream when I was asking her questions? TikTok Street Snark, take screenshots of the comment section right now. Did I silence anybody? I want TikTok Street Snark to take screenshots of the answers that are being put in the comments. So, according to them, I silenced my own community. According to Snark and Spicy Ketchup and I don't know who I'm not looking at who the other individual in the box is. When have we silenced our community? We have never silenced our community. We are here to bring awareness on situations. So, That's the difference between me and you, TikTok Street Snark. The difference between me and you is that you're spreading false information by even putting that out there. And we put truth and facts out. That's the difference. So, when you call somebody a fraud, turn around and look in the mirror. Because when you spread misinformation like that, the only fraud that I see is you. Let's continue.
My exact point, Kimmy, the fact that he silenced his own followers speaking up in support of you. The fact that you did that, you weren't open to a conversation. I want to see your messages with Scammy Claus. I want to see if this wasn't planned. Because I know...
And here we're going to go back to this, right? They keep running with the narrative that, and thank you for tapping the screen, everybody. It is greatly appreciated. It saves the live stream from going down. That they continue to run with this false narrative that Scammy Claus has something to do with this. That Scammy Claus messaged me about this. No, it came up on my FYP, the videos that were being put out. It came up on my FYP. Not only on this account, but also on many other accounts. Because I don't only have one account, TikTok Street Snark. I have a good amount of accounts on TikTok. You won't be able to silence me. You won't be able to silence me like by threatening people and the things that you do, Snark. That's not going to happen. Let's continue.
Your messages with Scammy Claus. I want to see if this wasn't planned. Because I know...
Well, what we want to see is the receipts of how much money you collected and sent and donated. Because that's what I asked for. When you were in a box over here, TikTok Street Snark. When you were in a box, I kept it respectful. I asked for the receipts. And then on top of that, I asked you kindly, do you mind? Because she didn't want to show the receipts. I said, do you mind telling us how much you've collected? And she told me no. She told me no, that she was not going to even tell me how much she collected. And then she resorted to calling me an idiot. Let's continue.
Oh, y'all friends. I want to see if it wasn't planned. I want to see the proof. You can't say, oh, it wasn't planned. I just looked at the For You page and I knew what was happening. I want to see the proof. Piece of shit.
What did she call me? What was that?
What's happening? I want to see the proof. Piece of shit. For You page and I knew what was happening. I want to see the proof. Piece of shit. For You page and I knew what was happening. I want to see the proof. Piece of shit.
Wow. Wow. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. You see, when I talk about the way a person conducts themselves, says a lot about their character. The way she conducts herself and calls me a lying piece of shit. Let's continue.
For You page and I knew what was happening. I want to see the proof. Piece of shit. Because your wife came in trying to be like, it has nothing to do with Snark. It has nothing to do with Snark. I was talking shit on Mallory, right? But you kept going. So to me, it believes that, Scammy brought you in.
To me, it believes that Scammy brought... I kind of got lost there for a quick second. To me, it believes. Is that? I'm pretty sure that's what she said, right?
Kept going. So to me, it believes that, scam kept going. So to me, it believes that, Scammy kept going. So to me, it believes that, Scammy brought you in.
I got lost there with that. I got lost there. To me, it believes that Scammy brought you in. I think the proper wording to that would be, to me, it sounds like Scammy brought you in. To me, it sounds like Scammy brought you in. Not to me, it believes.
And why did you silence your supporters? Why couldn't I get in a box and tell you what Scammy was doing to Stark? I waited and I waited and I waited. So what is that? That's not an open conversation.
That's not awareness.
That's not.
So that was interesting. That was an interesting, So where is Spicy Ketchup in all this? Where is Spicy Ketchup in all this? Since Spicy Ketchup wants to have a conversation before I start dropping receipts, where are you at? Come on over. Request a box. And I'm not going to make this about Scammy Claus or anybody else. That's not going to happen. Like I said, it popped up on my FYP. The videos were popping up on my FYP. So if Spicy Ketchup decides to come and request a box, it's not going to be about everybody else. It's going to be, this conversation is about TikTok Street Snark and the questions that I asked her and myself. Not between where they're going to try to make it out that it's about Scammy Claus, it's about Scam Slam, it's about no. It's going to be between me and TikTok Street Snark. And that's what the conversation will be about. Because not once was I ever disrespectful to Snark. I asked the questions that I asked, and I did it respectfully. I did not cuss at her. I didn't get all crazy with her. I kept it respectful. The reason I dropped TikTok Street Snark was the moment she called me an idiot, I was not going to tolerate it. I'm not tolerating disrespect when I am being very respectful. And it seems like TikTok Street Snark doesn't know how to have civilized, excuse me, she don't know how to have civilized conversations. Not one bit. Because she resorts to name calling. She resorts to many other things. But she don't know how to have a civilized conversation. So when you put things out like this, Snark,
I want an apology from the Mexican homie by tonight, or I am going to talk about you like a dog.
So when people put out messages like this on their platforms, I don't take lightly to it. Not one bit. When people conduct themselves like that, and then you set a deadline. I guess I didn't meet your deadline as of yet for last night. I didn't meet your deadline because the video got shared to me. And I was out running around. I was spending time with my family, and I heard it, and I was all like, oh, so now we have deadlines. Now, all of a sudden, there are deadlines being put in. Very interesting. Look, I don't bow down to nobody. I have never bowed down to anybody, and I'm not going to bow down to anybody. So you can forget about that. But when you're putting out messages like this, Snark,
I want an apology from the Mexican homie by tonight, or I am going to talk about you like a dog. Do you understand me, sir?
yes,
I
ma'am.
hope you do, because I mean every word I say. I want an apology from the Mexican homie, or I am going to drag you, sir.
You can drag me. You can drag me wherever, however you want, whatever you want. I put my past out there already. See, this is the difference between me and you, Snark. I know more about you than a lot of people on TikTok do. I'm a man of my word. People know that I follow through. When I say something, I'm going to do something. There's information that I have that a lot of other people on TikTok don't have. And that's the truth. That is the very, very truth. When I say I have something, I got it. I'm not threatening you because, like I said, I'm not going to put all your personal information out. I don't dox people over here. That's one thing I won't do. So I'm going to leave that at that. Now, I went and did my research. I went and did my research, which is the right thing to do. Give me 1 second, everybody. All right, sorry. I stepped away. So I went and did my research. After all this craziness that is going on, now let me get into my folder here. So what I wanted to see, give me 1 second while I grab what I need to grab. So on one of the GoFundMes, and let me grab this because I want to make sure that everybody gets to see. And then let me pull up my... So what I want everybody to see, give me 1 second. Because I'm going to grab something real quick. So one of the images used on the GoFundMe, and I'm going to grab, please be patient, I'm grabbing some of the research that I pulled. Please be patient. I'm grabbing receipts right now. All right. All right, let me see. So one of the receipts, and like I said, I'm going to start pulling receipts and showing about where these images are being pulled. Sorry, I'm not. Right now we're talking about TikTok Street Snark, and we're not talking about anybody else. So I'm going to keep my focus on this individual right now. So what I did was I did a reverse Google image search. Yeah, thank you to everybody that's tapping. It saves the live stream. We greatly appreciate it. So what I did on one of the images that was used on the GoFundMe, and I'll pull them up. Let me pull these GoFundMes up. Because it's very important to highlight this. So there were several images that were attached to this GoFundMe. All right. Let's get into this. So on one of the GoFundMes, is set at $15,000. $872 has been raised so far. Now, if I scroll down, and I pull up this image, everybody see the image that I'm pulling up? Let me save the image. Let me open it up. Let me make it a little bit smaller. So everybody sees real blurry? Hold on. Okay, give me 1 second. There? Is that better? How about there? Okay, hold on. It's the image. All right, let me do this. Hold on. Okay, it's fine. All right, it's fine. So that's the image that they use on the GoFundMe. It's a very blurry image. So what it was essentially, let me show you the video. So what I did is a reverse Google image search. And this is something that is being circulated. This is something that is being circulated on several social media websites. But when somebody submits a photo or a picture, give me 1 second. When somebody, and I'll clean off my lens, hold on. When somebody submits, I'm going to clean off. Hold on, I'm cleaning the little lens. Cleaning the lens, everybody. Okay. You would think, okay, there, I'm going to leave it out like that. So when somebody submits images, you would think it's images that are taken by the individuals. Because you would think they'd be submitting legitimate photos from something that's happening over in their country. So why I want TikTok Street Snark to explain to everybody. Explain to everybody why this is circulating on a lot of places on IG. Why is it? And if you're having a bad connection, go out and come back in. If you're having a bad connection, go out and come back in. So tell me why this is circulating all over Instagram. And this is not an actual image that Bilal took of something that's going on where they're located. Well, for the ones that say that it's lagging for them, I always tell them to go out and come back in. Okay, let's continue. So, TikTok Street Snark. Explain to everybody why they would take an image and steal an image, and why you would even put it up without doing your research. You didn't do your research on your end. Instead, you ran with it and you put it out there. You want to see where that image came from, TikTok Street Snark? You want me to show you where that image came from? Does this look familiar? Does this look familiar? Tell me. Let me click on it. Does this look familiar? TikTok Street Snark? Tell me, does that look familiar? Does that image look familiar to you? You didn't do your research. You put it out there. You didn't. Yeah, it's looping. No, the video is looping. It's a video. It's a video. Look, TikTok Street Snark. There's that. There's that. There's that. There's that. You didn't do your research. There's that. Look, there is the tower, this little tower thing. Oh, what a coincidence. There's the tower. This You did not do your research. I told you, don't mess with me. Didn't I tell you, don't play with me because I was going to expose you for the scammer that you are? Didn't I tell you, don't mess? You did not do your research. I told you, don't mess with me. Didn't I tell you, don't play with me because I was going to expose you for the scammer that you are? Didn't I tell you, don't mess with the Mexican homie because I'm not going to drag nobody through all these social media websites. But I'm going to put the truth out there for everybody to see. You didn't do your research. See, I know what the definition of doing real research is and coming with receipts. I came with receipts. This is from Instagram. You know, all it took for me to find this TikTok Street Snark? You know all it took for me to find it? It's a video. It's a video that was, on this one, it was put out May 30th. May 30th, this was put out on Instagram. Let me show you how easy it was for me to do this. So, look, give me 1 second. So, TikTok Street Snark. I went to this little search bar right here. You see this? You see little Google right here, the little search? If it's lagging, go out, come back in. And if somebody wants to come into a box and just sit in the box, we're probably being reported. That's why it's lagging. If I could, maybe one of my moderators, or let me see. I got my other phone actually. Hold on. I got my other phone. Okay, let me see. Hello. Okay, thank you, KK.
I got you, homie. I got you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, hopefully it will not lag. So let me show Street Snark how you're able to obtain what I obtained. Let me go here. Search with any image with Google Lens. I go here. I go here. I go here. Just like that. Oh, what do you see? We did it in real time. We did it in real time. All I had to do was take a portion of that picture, just a little bit, and then look. I clicked on that. It brought me over here. I clicked on that. And there you go. There you have it. Would you look at that? That's what you call doing research. It took less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes to get that. You didn't do your research, and on top of that, you put that on the GoFundMes. You ended up using that. They took a screenshot. They took a screenshot from that video because I took a screenshot from it. All I had to do was play the video, pause it, and take a screenshot. Oh, do I have to show her how to do that as well? Give me 1 second. So this is how you take a screenshot, Miss TikTok Street Snark. I'm gonna let the video play where I want it. I'm gonna let the video play. I'm gonna pause it right there. I'm gonna go down here to my tools, screenshot. I'm gonna highlight what I want. I want the majority of that image. Hit save. What do you know? What do you know? Now let me make sure I download it over to my download section. There it is. The screenshot I just took is located right there. That's how you do it. So when you put that image, there's the fundraiser, there's the video, there's the fundraiser, there's the video. You are essentially stealing images off of Instagram, and at that, Instagram videos, and using them on GoFundMes and making it seem that that picture was taken by the individual that you were collecting money for. So you go and you still, you take a screenshot and steal an image and put it on a GoFundMe, acting like the person that you're collecting money for actually took that picture, when in fact, TikTok Street Snark, you didn't do your due diligence. You didn't do your due diligence whatsoever. I told you I was going to expose you, and I'm not even done. Exactly, Pops. Copyrighted pictures for profit. Copyrighted pictures for profit. So you're stealing images is to gain sympathy and doing GoFundMes without doing your due diligence. You think that's okay? You think that it's okay that you're stealing images and doing this and doing that and creating GoFundMes? Because this GoFundMe has raised approximately $872. This is one of them. See, you called me a fraud, TikTok Street Snark. The only person that is a fraud and I'm exposing at this very moment is you. I told you, don't mess with me. Don't play with me. Yes, Freebird. That's exactly what they did. They claim that that picture was taken by them. And it's right here. It's in the images on the GoFundMe. So the only fraud I see here is you. Now let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something else. So a lot of the videos that are circulating, a lot this guy Abood, because Abood she made a fundraiser for Abood as well. Let me grab it. So a lot of the videos that are circulating, a lot of the videos that this guy Abood, because Abood she made a fundraiser for Abood as well. Let me grab it. So she did another GoFundMe for this guy named Abood. See, I got a lot of, let's see. And I'll pull these to be side by side. These GoFundMe. This one is set at $15,000 as well. And they raised $1,100 on this one already. The other one she raised $872. And both of them are under TikTok Street Snark's name. Both of those GoFundMes are under TikTok Street Snark's name. So 1,100 raised on this one, 872 raised on the other one. Now, for this gentleman that goes by the name of Abood, and I'm going to grab some screenshots. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab some screenshots. Let me put my green screen back up. Because while I am grabbing these, as a matter of fact, I'll go over to Abood's. And let me grab my folder while I'm at it. Okay, I actually already have this screenshotted. Okay. What happened? I would have to look for it, Mrs. Homie. Hold on, give me 1 second, everybody, because I need to grab something. Now I got to open up another tab. Everybody, please be patient while I'm grabbing. Give me 1 second, everybody. Okay, because it's very important that. So, in some of these videos that Abood has, because this guy Abood essentially, here, let me grab the fundraiser. Let me grab the fundraiser for Abood. So, according to Abood, I have 2 laptops and I have both of my phones right here with me. So I have 2 laptops running and I have a second phone that's right next to me. Because for the ones that don't know, I had to purchase a whole nother laptop for awareness and another phone. What is going on with this? I don't see how nobody. Who is this? Give me 1 second, everybody. Okay, I'm getting you out of here. You're just throwing random things in the comments section. Sorry, everybody. I had to block an account. Yeah, and I got external hard drives, USB drives, you name it. So videos that have been circulating on Abood's platform on TikTok. And I'll grab one of his videos. Let me grab one of his videos. I just want to make sure that there's not little ones running around in the background. Here, let me run the video before I play it for everybody. So one of the things that they're running with the narrative that Abood is, with the money that's being collected, he's providing water for citizens and people in the community over in Gaza. You know, money's being used that she's collecting, you know, some of it, you know, is going to go to providing water trucks in Gaza. And I'll show this. Give me 1 second. This is one of the videos on Abood's account. He's standing behind a water truck. So, I did my due diligence. I did my due diligence and took a deep dive into this. Give me 1 second. And I'm drinking my coffee, everybody. She started with her shenanigans early this morning, TikTok street snark, and I heard enough out of her. So, and if you're, give me 1 second, everybody. I think truth about. Did you request a box, Miss Ma'am?
I did, but I think it was because I was tapping. Do you want me to stay here?
You can stay here. That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. You can stay here. Thank you. So, upon doing my research, because I seen in a lot of the videos that this little sign, and let me get out of this, that this little sign right here, supposedly, because I seen it in a lot of the videos, right? So, that this was supposed to be some type of organization providing water. You know, that this is essentially where the water was being, where Abood would essentially pay for the water truck, and this is one of the organizations. The name, on all of their signs that I've seen, that the organization is supposed to be called Water for Life. Upon doing my research, because I wanted to see if this organization really existed. I wanted to see if there was an organization that exists out there that provides water trucks to the people in the community and the citizens in the community. Well, let me show you something else. Let me grab this other one. Give me 1 second. Let me show you something. So that the signs that they're holding say water for life. That's what they're showing. Now, let me take a screenshot of this. That way I can make it bigger. So they're saying that there's an organization that goes by the name Water for Life. That would be the name of the organization that's providing the water. Let me... Well, oh, it went blurry. So could you explain this? TikTok Street Snark. You claim that one the signs that they're putting up, it says Water for Life is the name of the organization. That's not the name of the organization. The legitimate organization that is providing water trucks out there in Gaza is called Water is Life, not Water for Life. Do you see the red flags that are being presented? It's not called Water for Life. It's called Water is Life Gaza. There is no organization, legitimate one. There's not a legitimate organization out there under this name. Water for Life organization out in Gaza does not exist. It does not exist. It's called doing research. You asked for this. You didn't know, you didn't understand the meaning when people told you to not mess with the Mexican homie and Mrs. Homie. They warned you. They warned you not to mess with us because I was going to expose you to the fullest. And you're being exposed. You're a fraud. You're a scammer. And I'm going to take this to all of your communities and expose you for the fraudulent activity that you're doing and the scamming activity. You are the fraud. I told you I was going to expose you. I'm not even done yet. So explain why they're putting up these signs, your little friend Abood, Water for Life, because this was taken off of one of his videos. This was taken directly from one of his videos. What they ended up doing was using some type of a similar name that would kind of fall in between, that would be close enough to a legitimate organization, and use those signs. That's what they did. So this organization, Water for Life, does not exist. This organization, Water is Life Gaza, is a legitimate organization. Research goes a long way. Something you didn't do.